Right, morning. Hello. Oh. Dirty fingers, clean palms, brilliant. As you mix in, cream the mixture, you are beating in air.
Because the fruit always had a seed in it.
Brilliant. What are these? Cauliflower. And then we've got that as well. What's that? So what do you think we're making? Macaroni cheese and cauliflower cheese. So who knows what method we're going to be using to make the cheese sauce? Who knows what it's called? You older ones who have done food tech for a while. Roux, brilliant, yay! Olivia gets to go and start. It's called a roux. R-O-U-X, it's French, not roux as in kangaroo, R-O-O. And what we do is you have the same quantity of butter and flour, and we cook it so that it actually cooks the starch within the flour. And then you add milk, and then you add the grated cheese into it. And as you mix it, you mix the milk in gradually so that it all amalgamates, it doesn't go lumpy, and you end up with this gorgeous glossy cheese sauce. But before we start on that, we've got to prep the cauliflower. This has got to be cooked and steamed. Oh, we've got this new Magimix steamer that they've given us to try out, which is dead cool. And of course, by steaming, it's way healthier, because by steaming the veg, you retain all or most of the minerals and the vitamins, and things like vitamin C. If you cook any veg in water, vitamin C is soluble in water, which means you just drain out all the vitamin C. By steaming it, you do hopefully retain a little bit of it, but it's just better for you, and you don't get soggy veg quite so easily. Right, some of you aren't doing anything, you can come up this end and we can cook the macaroni.
Right, yeah.
The steamer is on, that'll be getting really hot, so do not go near it. That'll take 30 minutes to cook the cauliflower. Right, how do you know when water's boiling? Bubble, just a few bubbles?
Really, you have to eat one now. Lots of bubbles.
Lots
Can
of
I have a
bubbles.
bit of water?
Yes, go on. Lots of bubbles all over the surface. Why have I got a lid on the pan?
So it doesn't boil over?
No, it'll still boil over if the lid's on there.
Because it stops steam.
No, where it will stop a little bit of the steam. The steam will stay in the pan. What's the main reason for putting the lid on?
So that when it's done.
No?
So that when it boils quicker.
It make it boil quicker. Fantastic, good one, Martha. Makes it boil quicker. Okay. Gelatinization. Right. The reason we need to melt the butter and then add the flour, mix it to a paste, and then cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. And the reason I always say that we cook it is because if you don't cook the flour, the sauce will taste floury, and it won't taste good. Now, the actual science behind it is that starch particles do not dissolve in liquid. Instead, they form a suspension.
We're doing
Which-
that science.
Are you doing that science?
We were talking about suspension in science.
When you do any kind of heat work, you always hold the handle of the pan. If you're working together, you don't have one of you holding and one of you stirring. Whoever is stirring holds the handle. So the first thing, put your butter.
Yeah.
Okay. Put your butter in. And that's going to melt. Yeah, it will, because that's hot. Let's turn that down a bit. No, too hot. This is great, because this is just about the right height for you guys. We did it on the Arga, it'd be a bit too high. So you want the butter to melt, and get ready with your flour. And Ellis, can you weigh me out 250 mils of milk? I mean weigh, because there's no markings on those scales, so how can we measure out milk if we haven't got any markings on there?
Grams is the same as
Millilitres. Brilliant. So the milk's in the fridge. Right, as soon as that's melted, you tip in the flour. Hold on to the pan and mix it. Mix it really well so it all comes together. So you see that's formed a ball.
You smell toast everywhere.
Right, Theo, can you hold on to that pan? Don't touch that. Hold on to the pan and just keep stirring that. Right, what we're going to do is add little bit at a time.
Beautifully silky.
That is gorgeous.
And stop there and stir. All the way to the edges of the pan.
Yeah.
That's it.
Brilliant. You don't want it to come to a boil, you want it to thicken. As soon as it's thickened, to take it off the heat and add the grated cheese. And they're beautifully. Fantastic. It's delicious, isn't it? Put these containers into the oven. You can microwave in them. That is lovely. We've got the milk cheese. We've just poured the sauce over the top. Don't stir that one in. Leave it as it is. Sprinkle it with some of the grated cheese, and then pop that under a hot oven, or under a hot grill for about 5 minutes, just so the cheese bubbles and it just nice and crunchy brown topping. And then you can serve it with jacket potatoes, or just as a side veg, or it's really nice with sweet potatoes as well.